Hey crafters, welcome to my channel where we explore all things Cricut and handmade card making. I'm Jen from She's Crafty Paperworks, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. Instead of the typical card making tutorial where we kind of go through the process together, I'm going to let the process play out and show you how the cards that I'm making fit the do's and avoid the don'ts of card making for college students. And my experiences as a educator and faculty advisor in higher education are informing my opinions on this, and I've learned over the years what works for students and what doesn't, and so I thought it would be advantageous to share those experiences with you. Do number one is when making your cards, select the school colors. And it may seem like a very simple thing to do, because it is, but it actually has a meaningful impact. One of the things that we know that helps student success is that connection, right? Building that community. And so this is a really easy way to start showing them that they are a part of something bigger. And think about team spirit, right? When we were in high school and junior high, those are things that are community builders. So the same thing goes at college, right? Showing them that they have something larger to be attached to is a nice transition when they're in a new place, right? And in both of the cards that we'll be making today, the school colors that I use also include the accent colors. So for most universities, this will usually be some variation of black, white, or gray, and it gives you a little bit more play in some of the colors to bring in to help you build the cards. The other thing is I really want to emphasize you do not need this exact die to create this look. You could do something very simple in lieu of that by doing strips of paper, right, and alternating them maybe on a diagonal across the page, and then putting the sentiment on top of that. So you're still bringing in those school colors and building that community. So that goes for both cards that we'll be making. There's a lot of variations, even if you do not have the exact die cuts or access to any die cuts. Don't number one. When designing the card, try to avoid I miss you sentiments or dwelling on how much you'll miss them. Now, this is certainly a very bittersweet time, but at the same time, it can make students feel guilty for leaving. And oh my goodness, please do not overshare about the family pets. If Skipper is not eating and is moping around and sits looking out the window all day because they miss their buddy, it's better to not let them know. You can tell them that, Skippers misses them, but when you overshare and you give all of those details, not only does it make them sad and make them worry, their tendency is to want to fix it. And so this can make them conflicted about being there. And so it would be best to kind of keep it kind of short and sweet, and let them know that they're missed and that they are loved, but maybe refrain from that overshare. Do number two. Choose sentiments and messages that offer encouragement and support. So rather than having the focus on that you miss them, what you're doing is with this, whether it's the sentiment or your words, you're reminding them how proud you are of them, that you believe in them, and that you're there for them. These are powerful reminders, and I call them strong reminders because what they do is they shift that focus from it's so sad that you're leaving to how great it is that you're there. Now, the two sentiments that I'm using today are die cuts from Simon Says Stamp. I checked and they're both still available, but it's not a requirement for these cards. You could accomplish something if you have similar sentiments, something, you're amazing, right, in a stamp, or you could write that in and draw that in your Cricut, right? So there's a lot of options to recreate this look without having these exact dies. Don't number 2. Avoid negative themes and messages. May seem obvious, but this is a time when particularly parents have some concerns, right? Your child is going out on their own for the first time, and maybe they have the habit of sleeping late, and so your concern is that they're going to oversleep and miss their classes. Well, it may be tempting to, paste a giant alarm clock die cut on the front of the card as a gentle nudge. I wouldn't say subtle, but a gentle nudge to keep that at the forefront of their mind. But I would instead actually keep that at the back burner. Wait to express those concerns when you need to express those concerns, and instead opt to just let them know in the card that you trust them to be responsible, and you leave it at that. And of course, you silently pray and hope that they have a roommate who's an early riser and very loud. Do number 3. It's about setting the tone. And really, this last tip is about a summation of the do's and don'ts that we've covered so far. And it's about understanding that by celebrating their accomplishments, by providing encouragement, and reassuring them of your unconditional love, that you can shift their mindset from anxiety and fear to that of empowerment and excitement. So you set the tone, Dr. Carter. If you get that reference, go ahead and share a comment because you're my people. Okay, before we start to wrap things up, I just wanted to point out with this card, I wasn't exactly happy with how the final image came out. So I wanted to do more to bring out a focal point and enhance the embossed image. So I used a die cut to create a small frame. Of course, this required some maneuvering, and yet with a little bit of patience, this was able to be course corrected, which is going to be a lot like the college experience, right? It's one where there's a lot of course correction, but they're also learning experiences. So good luck to you, good luck to your loved ones at university, and peace out. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and a free subscription. I'll be back next Friday with more content. I think we're doing backgrounds. Or maybe we're preparing for Harry Potter celebration for September 1st. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to, either way, we're going to have some fun. All right. Take care, guys.